All right. Thank you so much. My name is Mary Chapman. My classification was residential real estate, and I moved here when there were 300 families in town. So we have watched this city grow from 1969 till now. I joined Rotary in 1989, which was 2 years after the lawsuit that allowed women to join Rotary. I credit the fact that we have always had so many women to employ for, who wanted our town to be representative of service all over the world. And times have changed so much that when I was invited to join Rotary by my sponsor, I told her I would have to go home and ask my husband. It's unthinkable that business women do those sort of things now. But it was very, very brave. And the worst thing you could do was be called a feminist in the 1980s. I was fortunate to give birth to the city's first triplets. And Sam Chapman in our club is one of them. I'm very proud of the fact that we have a Rotary family. My daughter Claire is in the Sonoya Rotary Club. And Barbara was a member of this club for quite a while before she moved. So it is important when you think about potential Rotarians to remember your children and how this lifetime of service needs to be passed on to them and their generations. Favorite things about the club. One of the things that I have enjoyed the most is the fact that my sponsor said, you really need to join. You will meet the smartest people you have ever known, especially the women. And I want you to know that it was life-changing for me to suddenly join a group that made too much money to have a bake sale. They could write checks and make decisions and take leadership in the community. And I really loved that. I went to the first RLI when Bill McDonnell, our former district governor, started RLI in our city, in our club. And that has always been a part of my life. Yeah. For many years, I served on the faculty. If you want to learn about Rotary, you learn best from other Rotarians. So if you go to RLI, you will be in a discussion setting where people from other clubs pass on great advice and good ideas. And if there's one program that we have, I would recommend that. I served 3 years as assistant governor, and that was fun too, to encourage other people to be the best folks they could be, and to have the best club, and to share ideas that had worked and listen to them when they had problems that weren't working so well. So I enjoyed that too. Now, real estate, I absolutely loved every single minute that I sold real estate. I took lots and lots of courses because I wanted to be able to really help people who needed a counselor and help people who had trouble making decisions. And I was with RE/MAX almost the entire time I sold real estate. The day that I quit, I've never regretted a minute. I went home from the office because I realized my husband was spending time with the grandchildren. All our children were grown, and they were not going to even know their grandmother because she was selling real estate. So I went home and I told my husband that I had decided to retire and that I was telling him first because he was my retirement plan. So that has worked very well. I have been retired now since 2009, I think, and he is still working. So that plan worked really well for me. I am overjoyed. If you're new, just Heidi knew because she's been here before, but when there's something that you care about, raise your hand. This club is not an elitist club. It's an encouraging club. They want you to find something you care about and make the world better that way. And the best thing that we can do is tell people, attaboy, you did great. I would have frozen to death at the road race. You know, encourage the folks who you see doing things and tell them that the whole club appreciates them. So, does anybody have a question for a little old lady? Rick.
It's not a question, you're left out. You throw the most awesome Rotary parties of any member of the
Well, thank you. I need to say one thing about that. I was appointed fellowship chair because, I was appointed fellowship chair, and that was because the men in the club, there are only 2 women in our club now who have been here longer than I have. So the men in our club thought that having a party was a good job for a girl. And I would like to tell you that I faithfully served in that position for 9 years. And nobody ever tried to take it away from me, but I did love it, Rick. Thank you so much. The year Russ Howell was president, he gave me a trophy that said party chair. And Adam, you're doing a great job, and I am so proud to be a member of this club. It's just the best. I tell everybody it's the best, and I hope that, you guys can push my wheelchair when I can't get here any other way. Is that good?